I want you to picture this. I'm 18 years old and I have just entered college for the first time in my life. Here I am, sitting in front of a girl, just both of us, in this beautiful restaurant after we watched a romance movie together at the cinema. Now, you might be thinking, wow, that is impressive, right? Here's the truth. I was the last one who she asked to accompany her to the movie because no one else wanted to go. And here's another truth. I didn't want to watch the movie, but I just went because I had a huge crush on her and I wanted to spend more time with her. So back to where we are now. We are on this dinner together. We order food and now we are eating happily and chatting. And what exactly are we chatting about? She kept telling me about this senior who she had a crush on in our college. Since I was an absolute loser who had totally no attention from girls at the time, you know what I did? I carefully listened to her and I told her exactly how she should be attracting the guy and how to text the guy just because I wanted to get more attention from her. Now, we finish our food and the waiter comes with the bill. We were about to pay. She first looks at me and then I almost immediately look away. Now, since I obviously didn't want to pay first, I gave her a random bullshit excuse that I didn't have a card yet, so I couldn't pay. Despite this girl giving me lots of attention and wanted to talk to me for hours, do you even think for a single moment that she actually liked me? These days, I just see so many young men like me who are just coming into the dating market for the first time in their lives and seeing them making so many stupid mistakes which instantly turns a girl off and destroys what could have been a potentially beautiful relationship. They're mostly either one of two sides. They're mostly either being an overly nice, caring beta chum because they think they're being a gentleman by doing so, like I was, or they're on the other side of the fence. They think they are an alpha. Oh, I'm an alpha, and totally don't care about themselves because the woman should like them for who they are, and it hurts me. It seriously pains me to see so many young men make the same exact mistakes I did in the past. Do you know how much I wish I could go back to my younger self and literally shake him by the shoulders and tell him to stop being such an idiot? But obviously, I can't do that, right? And that's why the next best thing I can do is to share my mistakes that I made with you so I can help you potentially avoid going through all that pain and heartbreak that I had to experience for no reason at all. By the way, if you haven't watched my videos before, my name is Sean, and my mission is to inspire as many young men like me as possible to develop into strong, masculine versions of themselves. I make videos like this to document and share my experiences to help you, and if this sounds awesome to you, make sure to click the subscribe button below. Now, I want to give you a challenge. I want you to go out, ask any girl you know what are the traits that she wants in a boyfriend. Now, let me guess. She wants a boyfriend who is nice, kind, gentle, caring, and funny. Right? Guess how I know? Because that's the exact same bullshit advice I used to follow. I would go all about asking my female best friends that I used to have a crush on and ask them exactly what they wanted in a boyfriend. And you know what? I would literally autistically try to follow every single step of that to become that person. And do you think I ever dated any single one of them despite following everything? And now I want you to take a look at the guys these girls are actually dating. Let me ask you, do these guys fit any single criteria that these girls listed out? Yeah, maybe one or two of these guys are little nice, soft, caring chumps. Fair enough, right? But what about the huge majority? Chances are these guys don't really care about their girlfriends that much, right? Chances are that even these girls are texting you for hours, complaining about how their boyfriend is such an asshole and how they wish they could find a boyfriend just like you. Bro, I literally fucking remember this one time I was texting a girl I had a crush on and she was literally complaining to me about how her boyfriend kept ghosting her and how she wanted to find a boyfriend like me. Can you seriously imagine just how fucked up that was? Like, ultimately, if you want to learn how to catch fish, you learn from the fisherman, right? If the fish keeps on yapping about, oh, here's how I like to be caught, do you think you'd ever listen to it? And that's exactly why you should never listen to what a girl says that she wants in a boyfriend. You must understand, this is just her wanting to show off the good or the wholesome part of herself. Chances are she doesn't even realize that she has this subconscious programming that is leading her to seek other things than what she had listed out. I just kind of want to share with you a personal story. In the past, when I used to ask my dad about how I should go about getting a girlfriend, you know what he'd always say? He'd always tell me to start by being best friends with the girl so I could slowly get to know her first. That way, I could first find out and learn more about her so I could determine whether she was the kind of girl I wanted. You know, that sounded fairly logical, and that's exactly what I followed. I tried to be best friends with every single girl that I was interested in, and always hiding my intention because I was like, afraid of being found out. So it will always be a secret all the time. I would literally text them every single day, trying to find topics to talk about. I would always try to be that, kind, comforting listener, while they would always talk about their, the usual emotional problems, which I honestly wasn't even interested in. And months down the line, when I was like, oh, I was finally ready to date her, it was already too late. You know how you get the feeling that if you confess to a girl, you kind of know for sure that she is going to reject you, although she probably hasn't said it explicitly? Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. And that's why I would never ever confess. Because I was a pussy and I was afraid of being rejected. And bro, if you're in this situation right now, if you're in this exact situation right now, here's an action step for you that may potentially save you months of your time. There are two options you can take. One, you either confess to her right away, like literally right now. Like, don't bullshit me and tell me that she's being busy, blah blah blah, that kind of bullshit, alright? I don't want to hear that. Just send her a message or tell her right now if you can. Or you can probably choose the second option, alright? You go on Instagram, Snapchat, or any other social media platform you use to chat with her, and I want you to block her. Or at the very least, mute her. And I also don't want you to say the same bullshit of what if she likes me, or what if she asks me why I stopped texting her. Bro, if you guys actually meet in real life and she actually asks you that question, you can steal this line from me, alright? Tell her, I am too busy to keep on texting you all the time. I am too busy to keep on texting you all the time. That's it. No need to explain too much. Just say that. Short and sweet. I just want you to realize it will never work out, bro. It's far better for you to cut your loss right now and use that time wisely to work on yourself instead, rather than to continue texting her for months and wasting all your time, your energy, your effort, your attention, all valuable resources, unless later she finds another boyfriend. Which brings me to the next mistake that I made, which was obsessing myself over one girl. You know, in the past, I used to have this tendency when I had a crush on a girl, I would usually spend a huge part of my day constantly thinking about her. I would literally visualize on having dates with her, spending time with her, and even have sexual fantasies with her. Bro, and you probably experienced this before, right? That moment where you get so committed over a girl that you have a crush on, where you develop such strong feelings for her, to the point where you're already dreaming of kind of having a life together. Do you realize just how much this shit actually turns girls off without you even realizing it? Imagine if our caveman ancestors, all they did the whole day, they were thinking about the cave woman they wanted, instead of thinking how they could hunt and build shelter. They would obviously die from starvation, right? And that's why it's so ingrained in woman's biology to be turned off when you do that. Why are we doing the same thing? So what I did instead after realizing that was to start creating like huge goals for myself that I would be proud of achieving instead. Whenever I get the thought to think about goals, I would just shift my focus back to my goals instead. It's become like a kind of meditation. Whenever you start to wander into your thoughts, you kind of realize it, and then you bring your focus back to the present. And you know what the best part is? If the goals genuinely help you level up and to develop more as a person into a better version of yourself, this will eventually make you much more attractive to the girl that you want. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you like the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Remember, I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you in the next one. By the way, if you want one-on-one help with self-improvement, I've got a link below. It's a sales call link, so we can have a chat to see if there's anything I can personally help you with on your self-improvement journey. If you're interested in that, click the link below.